Hello students, myself Kalpana Singh, your biology teacher. Today we'll take chapter 15th of class 10, that is our environment, and from this chapter I'll just take two topics. First is the tropical level and another is 10% law of the flow of energy. So first of all we'll take the tropic level, but before tropic level we just discuss what is ecosystem. Environment, we know that is very much important for our survival, and in the environmental section ecosystem plays a very important role. Now what is ecosystem? Ecosystem means when there is an interaction between the biotic organism and the abiotic factors. Now what are the biotic and abiotic? Biotic means living, and who are the living? The three categories, the plants, animals and microbes, all just come under the biotic organism. When there is an interaction between the biotic and abiotic, abiotic means inorganic, that is non-living, like surrounding atmosphere, temperature, light, water, soil. When all these two things interact together, then they collectively makes ecosystem of that area. Now we know we are the consumers. All the living animals except green plants, we are the consumers, and we directly or indirectly totally depend on the green plant, because green plants are the producers. Now producers, that means the green plant, they make food in the form of glucose with the help of the inorganic substances. What are the inorganic substances? Carbon dioxide, water, sunlight and the chlorophyll. That means food that we get for the survival of all the organic thing, all the living thing, the food that is made, that is by the help of inorganic substance. So definitely there is a total dependency between the organic and inorganic, that is the biotic and abiotic. When they collectively interact each other, work together, they make an ecosystem. Now after ecosystem, we just consider this thing, the tropic level. Tropic level means it always exists in the pyramid shape. Why? Because it has actually three levels: first level, second level, third level and fourth level. The first level, that is shown by the green color, that shows ki it consists of all the green plants. That means on the first level of tropical level, all the green plants or the producers or the autotrophs come. Now regarding the tropical level, first level we just discussed, that include all the producers or the autotrophs, that means all the green plants. Then next to the producers, that is the second level, and that is covered by the primary consumers, the small herbivorous animals or the herbivorous animal that consume the plants. Now next to it, that the third level, that include the secondary consumer, that is the primary consumer, secondary consumer and tertiary consumer. Producers, primary consumer, secondary consumer and the tertiary consumer. On the secondary level, the small carnivorous animals are included in this group, and on the top that is the tertiary consumer, the large carnivorous animals. So as you have seen, it is in the pyramid form. Why? Because as we move from first level to second, second to third, third to fourth, that means the number of the organism get reduced. Maximum that is present on this earth, that is the green plant. That is why you can see the first level is comparatively broad. Then when we move to the next to that is the second level, that include all the primary consumers, that is comparatively smaller than the first level, that is the producers. And then we'll move to the secondary consumer, then again that is smaller than the primary consumer, and tertiary, so aapka already it is less than the secondary consumer. And one more thing, tropical level always having the 4 maximum level. Beyond the 4th level there is no 5th level, because we know food chain that is extended or move up to the 4 level or maximum 5 level, but if we are talking about the tropic level, they are up to the 4th level only. So this is regarding the tropical level, very important as per this chapter, our environment, and lot of question has been asked the producers, regarding the primary consumers, then the secondary consumers, and then the tertiary consumer, and tropic level that we can explain with the help of food chain, that I'll explain later on. Now regarding that, we are talking about the producers. As I told you, they are the autotrophs or the producers that make their own food, and actually we all the consumers depend on the plants for getting the food. How this food form? Everybody knows, through the photosynthesis. And in the photosynthesis, actually what happened, three main steps are there. First step, that is the trapping of the solar energy from the sun by the plant, actually not the plant, chlorophyll present in the plant, trap the sunlight and convert. First step is the absorption or the trapping of the sunlight. Second step may converting the solar energy or light energy into chemical energy. And the third thing, that is the splitting of the carbon dioxide into carbohydrate and all. So in these three steps, food has been formed. That is the life for the plants itself and for the other consumers. Now we'll come to the first level, producers that provide food through the photosynthesis. Now I'll come to the 10% law of energy. Very important, because question has been asked like a small numerical type questions. Mathematical part is there, to just calculate the how many joules of energy is required or is present at every tropical level or at the all levels of the food chain. So 10% law means what? That is the 10% law of flow of energy. As you know, it's a common thing that you have studied in the previous chapter of physics, that is the sources of energy, in which you came to know that when one form of energy change into another form of energy, then some energy has been lost and goes back to the environment. This is the concept of the flow of energy. And here also it is also followed here in the bio section. So here we are talking about the flow of energy in the tropical levels or flow of energy in the food chain. So here I have taken the three examples of food chain. First is plant consumed by the deer and then consumed by the lion. Second one, plants consumed by the frog, consumed by the snake, that is finally consumed by the eagle. Next, aquatic. Here I am talking the aquatic food chain that exist in the plant water. So aquatic plant, the water plants, that is consumed by the zooplanktons, micro animals, very minute. Zooplanktons consumed by the fish, and the fish finally consumed by the crane. If we are talking about the tropical level, so here plant is the first level of the tropical level. They are the producers, and plants are consumed by the deer. Deer are what? The second tropical level, and the third tropical level is the lion. So this food chain shows कि tropical level यहाँ पे third level तक है, up to the third level. Here plant consumed by the frog, by the snake, by the eagle. Then at each consumption there is that has been shown the different tropic levels here. Now simple, in 10% law of energy what it says कि in 10% law of energy, when light energy from the sun it is consumed by the plant, then only 1% of energy is consumed by the plant. That means 99% of the energy goes back to the environment. Second, when plants consumed by the deer, that is the primary consumer, then only 10% of energy shifted from transfer from plant to deer. Rest of the 90% of the energy goes back to the environment. Then on next step, deer consumed by the lion. That means again 10% law, 10% of energy consumed by the lion, and the rest of the 90% will goes back to the environment. And this is how this process takes place. That means that is the 10% law of energy. I just make I just give you an example regarding it. A small what kind of numericals have been asked. So if here sunlight 10,000 joule of energy is there, then that means how much plant consume energy? That is 1%. That means 1% of 10,000 means what? 100 joules, right? When plant consumed by the deer, how much percentage of energy is consumed by the deer? That is again 10%. So 10% of 100 joule, how much? 10 joule. And when deer is consumed by land, here again shifting or transferring of 10% of energy is there. Rest of the 90% go back to the environment. Again 10%. So what is the 10% of 10 joule? That is 1 joule. So you can see that is why tropic level have maximum 4 levels, because energy lost at a very great quantity, and very less energy shifted to the next level. So this is all about the tropic level and the 10% law, that is the flow, regarding the flow of energy. This is all about today. Thank you, class.